Hi everybody, you need to grab your Ready book, and when you get it, I need you to turn to page 18. We're going to be reading Flying with a Tiger by Elena Koppel. It's from the Highlights magazine. Our focus is main idea. Remember, when we think of main idea, it's what the text or the paragraph is mostly about. I like to think of that tabletop. We're also going to be looking for key or supporting details. Those are details that support the main idea. Those are the table legs. Remember, I taught you that when we're finding the main idea, there were 5 different clues. 1, ask yourself, what's this mostly about? Look at the title, Flying with a Tiger. I know tigers can't fly, but maybe they're putting a tiger in a plane. Look at the pictures. I see a plane. I see a tiger. It's got to do something about planes and tigers. You're going to read the first and the last sentences, and then you're going to look for clue words that are used repeatedly over and over again. So let's start right here with paragraph 1. Be sure to follow along with me. I am a zookeeper at the Dallas Zoo in Texas. One of my jobs is to care for Sumatran tigers. These tigers live in the wild on the island of Sumatra and in some other parts of Asia. They are endangered and their numbers are declining. Endangered. Well, I know that prefix "n" means in. They're in danger. So I bet that if we're not careful, they could eventually become extinct. And that word declining, well, if they're endangered, I bet declining means there's less and less of them. But zoos around the world keep a few of the big cats to teach people about tigers and to let the tigers have cubs. Boy, girls, this goes along with your whale watch or your Saving the Whales club. When a zoo wants a new tiger, it tries to get one from another zoo. That way, more tigers can stay in the wild. Some animals travel from zoo to zoo by truck, and some go by airplane. When we moved one of our tigers, a female named Skylar, to the San Francisco Zoo in California, she went by plane. I went along to help keep her safe. Oh, now I know why flying with a tiger. She's going in a plane. Skylar in the sky. Skylar spent the first 2 years of her life wrestling with her sister and stalking and pouncing on her brother. This is how tigers learn to hunt. By the age of 3, Skylar was old enough to leave her siblings and start her own family. That's what she would have done in the wild. Before Skylar could take to the skies, we needed to prepare her for the journey. We trained her to go into a shipping crate and let us close the door behind her. When she cooperated, we gave her an uncooked meatball, her favorite treat. That word cooperated, must be if she's getting a meatball, she probably likes that. So probably when she cooperates, she's doing what they want her to do. So that must be when she goes into the shipping crate and lets them close the door behind her, she gets that meatball. Meatballs galore. When moving day arrived, we put lots of meatballs inside Skylar's crate. Once Skylar was inside, the crate was loaded into the back of a truck. Skylar turned around in the crate to see what was happening, but she was quiet and calm the whole way to the airport. Skylar and I flew on an airplane that carries packages, not people. Skylar's crate was loaded on with other large packages. The plane left at midnight, and we stopped in Indiana to change aircraft. While we waited at the Indiana airport, I peeked into Skylar's crate. I was happy to see her sleeping peacefully. Must be all that training worked. Our second plane landed in San Francisco at 8 o'clock in the morning. A zookeeper from the San Francisco Zoo met us and took us to Skylar's new home. I knew Skylar was nervous. She did not come out of the crate as quickly as she had gone in. She growled at her new zookeepers. We left her alone to calm down. Skylar's new keepers took me to see the tiger exhibit where Skylar would be living. I told them that Skylar liked to take a dip in her swimming pool and to play with plastic barrels, giant plastic balls, empty plastic flower pots, perfume-scented logs, and ice. By the next day, Skylar had calmed down a little. After my last visit with Skylar, I returned to Dallas on a regular airplane. I knew I would miss Skylar, but I hoped that she would like her new zoo and teach the people of San Francisco about the wildlife of Asia. I hoped she would start a new family, too. More tigers in the world. Months later, Skylar gave birth to 3 male cubs. She is a good mom, and she has brought more Sumatran tigers into the world. Maybe one day her cubs will be dads, and there will be even more of these beautiful creatures. All right, so what I want you to do is on page 21, you're going to answer questions 1, 2, and 3. Now, for number 1, all I want you to do is find the main idea of paragraph 2. Don't worry about using any details at this time. You can cross that right off. Then you're going to do questions 2 and 3. And then on page 22, you're going to do questions 4, 5, and 6. Make sure that you bring this workbook back with you on Thursday.